Okay, so welcome, Kelly. This is your interview as you've now graduated as a Master Spiritual Life Coach and Energy Psychologist with the Soul Awakening Academy. And we always like to interview our students, really to share your experience and tell people what you're doing now. But I'd like to start off by really congratulating you because, you really have worked hard. Your life is really busy. You have a full-time job. You're a full-time single mum as well.
Yeah.
And you've really dedicated yourself to your studies. You've not really let all of those pressures curveball you, which, much respect to you for that because I know how hard you've worked. So just tell us by starting off where it began, really. So what attracted you to this particular type of course?
Well, my whole background at the moment is construction. So I've been in facilities and construction for most of my working career. And it got to a point when I went back after maternity leave and realized that it didn't work with my lifestyle anymore. Something could change. Obviously, kids change you anyway, but something about the whole structure of going into work and not having to spend any time with my son. He'd be spending most of his time in childcare, and me not really having the chance to see some of the milestones that he went through because someone else was going to do that for me kind of grated on me quite a bit. Not to mention, I just didn't feel like I fit in at work anymore. Not with the people were great, but the job itself just didn't sit with me anymore. So I decided to then leave where I was to go for another job. And weirdly, I ended up going for a tarot reading to see whether or not the job I was going to go to was going to be the right one because I've been messed about a little bit and got told that that was not the job I was going to stay in. That I was going to go on a path that was a completely spiritual path, and I was left with that. And I'd basically be doing it while I worked, and then I'd be dropping what I do now and doing the spiritual one full time. And I was like, okay. That's not what I expected from this. Was everything I was expecting you to say, oh, yeah, the job you're going for, either don't go for it or, yeah, go. That's the one. Go for it. It's all good. So I got quite intrigued
Yeah.
after that and went on a little bit of a quest of my own to go and figure out what it was I was going to be doing. So yeah, I went for Reiki, went to then the Reiki route, which I know everybody probably goes down on that route, and found that really wasn't going to sit with me it wasn't practical. There was no way I was going to be able to do Reiki with a child around and everything else. It wasn't going to work. And your course, I think it was the intro, spiritual life coaching, was the one that kept coming up on Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't know why, it just did. It just appeared. Um, yeah, so I looked at it and I was like, maybe, maybe not, I don't know. Then it disappeared. It never came back on Facebook again.
Right.
Um, and I sat there, I was going, right, I really need to figure out the hell it is I want to do, what this thing is I'm going to be doing. Universe, just tell me what the hell it is I need to be doing. Lo and behold, the adverts came back. This was not a verbal thing. This was a mental thing. I said the adverts came back. And I'm like, okay, if that's not the biggest hint in the world, I don't know what is. So I took the intro course, loved it.
Yeah.
Went, well, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to go all in. There's no point. I'm not going to do it half-hearted. I'm going to go all in. So then I ended up choosing the master. I went,
Amazing. And how long is it taking you to complete? Not that long.
no, I started, I think it was May last year I
Mhm.
started. So nearly a year ago, and then just the beginning of Feb qualified. So not
No.
really that long.
No. So, what's been your kind of biggest breakthrough on the course? Like, have you found it to be quite a personal journey that you've been through?
Yeah.
Practical. Tell us what's been your experience.
There's been a lot of things that have kind of come up while I've been doing the course in general. One of the biggest ones that is hit the best and the most amazing one is my relationship with my son.
Mhm.
So I know a lot of my childhood stuff has also been coming out while I've been raising him, and nothing brings out the worst in you than your kids, really, and the best of you. So working through that and getting past all the horrible things that have been going on with me whilst also trying to raise him has been great. Our relationship's improved tenfold
Mhm.
from it. It's been incredible. Not to mention all the stuff of my own childhood that I've dealt with. So I had a lot of issues with my past relationship with my dad. That was one of the biggest areas. And I think I've probably come through that now. I think I'm on the other side of that one. I've got to the point where I've fully accepted who he was, how he was, why he did what he did. And I can honestly say, hand on heart, I've truly forgiven him for everything that we went through in the past. Now I've seen things from a different perspective. So now I'm trying to work on my mom's side of things now and go through that, because now I've dealt with that side, I'm now realizing I've got more stuff that side to go down now.
Mm.
So yeah.
Lovely. We've always got stuff, haven't we? It's a never-ending unfoldment of personal development. What would you say it's has had the biggest impact through doing this course? What's made this most biggest or significant impact on you personally?
Good question. I think it's the realization that I can do things my way.
Yeah,
I don't have to fit the social mold. I don't have to follow the conventions anymore. Everything's on my terms, and I do the things I want to do my way, and stuff anyone else thinks. Yeah, there's little times when I probably do have that bit of, oh, should I, shouldn't I? But on the whole, it's no, things are on my terms now. I love
yeah. So you felt like you were maybe conforming, holding yourself back, and now you feel like you've got the kind of confidence and self-worth, self-esteem to kind of do it, walk your own authentic path, which is
it.
really what you help clients with, isn't it? With this whole coaching work, where we can go deep into childhood wounding, help them unravel it, unpack it, help them heal it, and then move forward from it and live their true life, really, one that's been deconditioned from all the labels that have been placed upon us. So what are you going to do going forward with this?
I'm currently trying to build a whole business in the background at the moment, while still
Yeah,
working a 9 to 5 and doing the childcare and still
yeah,
doing coursework at the same time. So
yeah,
yes, I'm wanting to go full time and do this full time so I can just live and do things I want to do now, because I
yeah.
really love it. I enjoy it that much that, yeah, knowing I can help other people do exactly the same thing.
What was the technique that really gave you a light bulb moment during this course?
I would like to say the inner critic and inner script stuff. I think that
Yeah,
was probably the biggest one, because it made me look at things in a way I never really considered looking at them
yeah,
before, and realizing what things have been sitting in the background the entire time that were running my thought processes. That one probably did quite a bit. That and set.
yeah. So
too.
this
Yeah.
transformation technique, yeah, that's a great one for visualizing your future, isn't it? And seeing what you become when you're in the middle of your problem, so you can change all your four pillars of well-being, like your physical body, which is just so interesting now because of the big shift with somatic work on how our body takes on a certain shape and stance and armoring when we're going into our problem, and how we can move ourselves out of it. So, what would you say to people who are thinking about taking the course but sitting on the fence?
Just do it. Just go for it. You're not going to regret it. There's that much stuff that you learn about yourself, um, and you get to heal out of as well. You get to go through all of that experience, and you come out this one going one person, you come out a completely different person, but a better version of you in that regard. So yeah, just go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, and do you know who you feel called to help now? Do you recognize the issues that your ideal clients will come to you with?
Yeah, so I've been umming and ahhing over this for ages. It took a long time for me to actually probably nail it down to what I wanted to go for. And it's going to be more with what I have gone through, helping other single parents do exactly what I've done, which is break free of the 9 to 5, do a job they want to do, and have the confidence to go ahead and do it, and be the master of their own lives.
Yeah, yeah, and you feel that's what you're drawn to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know I could probably go back, and there's other things in my life I could probably go with, but they're not what light me up.
Exactly. I think that's really important because a lot of people, when they start, they have no idea. And sometimes it can really get people in a tailspin. And I completely understand this because I've been there. But it's actually really obvious. It's what you've been through or an important part of your story that resonates deeply with you at this moment in time. Because what you decide to niche on now may change in
Yep.
a year, 3 years' time. But right now, this part of your story feels really, really important to share, to help others with. It's by helping others, we're continually healing ourselves. So it's like a mirror back with our clients. So this for you feels like a good niche for you to go down. And I've been watching your social media growing. You're putting yourself out there. I know you've had help, outside help, but
Yep.
it all looks like it's paying off for you. So you're doing exactly the right things. So
Thank
you've become the like queen of making this happen for yourself. Juggling everything and making it work, because I know you have limited support as well.
you.
So it's been extra tough for you, and really want you to make sure you congratulate yourself for everything that you've achieved, and I'm no doubt you're going to go on to achieve the business of your dreams. It's always one step after the other.
Yeah, I don't plan on giving up. I mean, I know there's times when I've sat there and thought, oh my God, have I made the right choice? Have I done the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? And there'll be crazy things that happen that'll make me realize, no, I have done this the right thing. Strange little synchronicities come up, and I'm like, no, I've made the right choice. I've definitely made the right choice. I've just got to stick it out and pull the
Nothing ever
trigger.
happens overnight. It takes time, it really does. But if you've got the determination and the drive to fulfill, it will materialize for you. It can just take time, but that is no reason to give up when you don't see instant results, and you're clearly aware of that. So well done, Kelly.
Thank
I
you.
look forward to sharing this interview. And where can people find you if they do want to work with you? What's your business called?
So I've called it Sanctuary for the Soul. Because it was a really nice one that resonated nicely for me. And I'm mainly on I have got a Facebook, but I'm mainly on Instagram. So it's at Sanctuary for Soul underscore is what I've gone with. So
At Sanctuary for Soul.
Soul underscore
Okay. So just say that again.
at
Yeah.
Sanctuary for Soul underscore.
Brilliant. And are you taking people through a program or one session? Like, how are you?
At the moment, I'm currently trying to just coach people through to start finding out roughly what people are mainly wanting to then create a program around it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm offering out free spaces for coaching at the moment, so I can have a look at what everyone wants to work with, get more idea of where people are wanting to kind of like narrow down more of what they want to go with.
yeah,
Uh,
their issues and
yeah,
problems.
and then create a whole program based mainly around all of that.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, keep up the good work, Kelly. I look forward to sharing this for you.
Thank you.
All right, my love, take care.
And
Lots of
you.
love. Bye, honey.